How would I make money with sports cards? So there's a couple different ways. One of the biggest ways you could do it is by buying packs of cards, opening it, and trying to get those good cards and then getting them graded and selling them, which is probably the worst thing you could do because at that point, it's just like pure gambling at its finest form. And the chances of you spending lots of money and getting that money back are very low. Don't do it. Rather, this is what I would do. I would buy lots of cards from people that are selling. For example, I had recently bought boxes of cards. I bought one big box. There was about, I don't even know, a couple hundred cards in there. And I had pulled a card in there, and that one card is probably worth anywhere from $50 to $150 on that one card. I have to go through the rest, but let's say the rest of them gathered up, I can get an extra $100. Well, that's $150 made on something that cost me $8. So that is a great profit, great way to start. You can start with like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp groups, people that are selling their bulk cards because they don't want to take the time to go through them. And all you need in there is that one good card. And start small, spend 20 extra bucks. Don't do anything that's going to severely hurt you financially. But if you've got an extra 20, 30 bucks you can spend on a huge box, it's probably worth it. And even if you don't pull anything of value out of it, you learn the process. You're going to learn the patience. You're going to learn negotiation. You're going to learn how to look up the card's worth. You're going to see how it is to deal with people. You're going to look at what consumers want. Maybe that card would be worth a lot more if it wasn't for that little dent. I had recently taken some cards into a card shop, and when I went to the card shop, I had a card in there. Actually, let me take that back. That was my brother's card, but that card was literally the most valuable one. So in this set, I had Jordans, there was Kobe's, a lot of these more elite basketball players, right? And there was a particular card from a player called Nick Anderson. Now, this card was what you call a precious metal gem card. They're extremely rare. The card's sides were damaged. It was all messed up. But because the card was so rare, it was still worth more than all my other cards. I never would have thought that card was the most valuable. I would have thought maybe the Shaquille O'Neal jersey or the Kobe rookie would have been the most. But no, it was a random player. And that particular card was valuable because that particular card is rare. So learn to find which cards are rare. Don't fall in love necessarily with players. When you chase the players, you're always going to pay a premium. I had recently found some cards online I bought from a guy. And in there, I got an Antoine Walker card who used to play for the Celtics. And on this particular type of card, it's a row 0. And that is a rare insert. So that card is worth a good amount of money, even though he's not necessarily a hugely popular player.